Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Learnings with Payal. So today we are going to learn how various departments are involved in the entire business process. So as in my previous video I have already told you that when we work for huge organizations we usually be able to see that multiple departments, processes and modules are there which are working together for business growth and communicating some data and information with each other. So to understand why SAP ERP is needed in business processes, we should have basic understanding on how business works and how business process is set up basically. So the process which I'm going to share with you today is not the signature process. I would say that would be would be the signature process and there is nothing different in any organization, that I'm not going to say. Maybe this process can vary from organization to organization, but then eventually the basic process what every business follows is the process which I'm going to share with you today. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Okay. So generally, customer will come to sales department. Okay. So generally, customer will come to sales department to check if that product is available or not. Okay. Customer will come to sales department to check if product is available or not. Then after that, sales department will contact inventory department to check the product's availability. Okay. So this way you can see that at the start of the process only we can see that two departments are already involved in the process, sales department and inventory department as well. So first customer will come to sales department to check the product's availability. After that sales department will contact inventory department to check if that product is available or not. Now let's assume that that particular product is not available. Then what they are going to do? So let's assume that that product is not available. So in that scenario, sales department will again contact to production and planning department and will ask this production and planning department to manufacture that product since that product is not available. Okay. Now production and planning department will again contact to inventory department to check. Oh sorry, I chose wrong arrow. Yeah, so production and planning department will again contact to inventory department to check if the raw material which is required to manufacture that product is available or not. Now again let's assume that that particular raw material which is required to um, to manufacture that product is not available. Okay. So if in case that raw material is not available, then production and planning department will contact two vendors and will buy that material. Okay. Production and planning department will contact vendors to purchase or to buy that raw material from them. Now, once that raw material is received, production and planning department will forward that raw material to shop floor execution department. Shop floor execution department. Okay. They will forward that raw material to shop floor execution department. Now, what shop floor execution department will do? Shop floor execution department will create that product or will manufacture that product. Now let's assume that finally shop floor execution department has manufactured that product completely. After that, shop floor execution department will forward that product to sales department directly. Okay, since that product is ready now. Okay, so once that product is ready, they will forward that product to sales department, and sales department will then deliver that product to customer. But meanwhile, during this process, there is one more chain which is there, that is finance team. Most important, finance team or finance department, we can say. Yeah. So meanwhile, when shop floor execution department will contact sales department and will forward the product which is already ready. Meanwhile, sales department will contact finance department. Okay, will contact finance department. Why? To update the revenue which is generated by the selling of that product. Okay, revenue means profit. So basically, since that product is ready now, shop floor execution department will forward that to sales department. Now sales department will forward that or deliver that product to customer, and meanwhile they will update the finance team department about the revenue which is generated by the selling of that product. Okay, and similarly, production and planning department will also update finance team about the payments what they need to do to vendors. Since meanwhile, as I have told you that when raw material was not available, production and planning department has contacted vendors and have purchased that raw material from vendors, right? So the payment which we are supposed to do to vendors for those raw materials, regarding that amount they will update the finance team, and then finance team will make all those payments and will keep the records for the revenue which is generated and which is updated by sales team to them. Now during this entire process, there is one more department that comes into the picture, that is HR department. So what is the role of HR department over here? During this entire process or entire business process, if in case any department is facing any issue with HR, that is human resources, then they can contact this HR department to update regarding that issue, and the HR department will try to resolve that issue. Okay, so this way all departments will contact HR department. And even the finance will contact. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can. Yeah. Yeah, so this way they will contact HR department. Okay, so this is how the usual business process works. Okay, let me just help you to recall these all steps again. Okay, so I'm going to repeat. Customer will first contact sales department to check the availability of product. Now sales department will contact the inventory department to check if that product is available or not. If in case that product is not available, then sales department will contact the production and planning department and will ask them to manufacture that product. Now for manufacturing that product, we will require raw material, correct? So to check if that raw material is available or not, production and planning team will contact inventory department again to check if that raw material is available or not. Now again, we have assumed one more scenario that If raw material is not available, then what? So if raw material is not available, production and planning department will contact vendors and buy that particular raw material from them. They will purchase it from vendors. Now once they will get the raw material, they will forward that raw material to shop floor execution department, wherein that department will manufacture that product. Okay, so once that product is manufactured and product is ready, then shop floor execution team will forward that material to sales department. Now sales department will eventually deliver that product to customer. Okay, but meanwhile sales department will update the revenue which is generated by the selling of that product to finance department, so that finance team will keep the record of the revenue which is generated by the selling of that product. And similarly, production and planning department will also update finance team regarding the payments to be made to vendors, since they have purchased the raw material from vendor. And during this entire process, if in case any department is facing any issue related to human resources, then they can contact HR department. So this is how the normal business process works. The intention behind sharing this knowledge and sharing this basic thing with all of you is we after that we will be able to understand why SAP and ERP is needed. At least from this scenario, we can figure out that there are multiple departments involved in the business processes and they are communicating the information with each other, as you can see, right? So because of this, if we do not have any central platform wherein the data and information is maintained, then it becomes very difficult to maintain or to communicate with each other. It will become very difficult to communicate to sales department if they need to understand anything from inventory department. Even it will be very difficult to production and planning department, finance team, shop floor execution departments, every department to communicate the information. But if in case we have a central platform wherein we will be able to see the data and information for all the departments, it becomes very easy to access that data and to know about the availability of product, availability of raw material and other things as well. So this is the common process which normal business follows. Now in next video we are going to discuss about centralized and decentralized system and what is the advantage of decentralized system and centralized system, and what are the flaws in decentralized system. So yeah, that's it for today's video. If in case you have any queries, you can just comment your concerns in the comment box. I will definitely try to answer your queries. Thank you so much. Have a good day.